Hey coffee lovers, Damien here from Departure head office here in Roselands in Sydney. Just wanted to give a quick run through of the major grinders from Mazzer. So we've got the previous model, the current model that's will be eventually superseded by the Major V. So we've got the Major E on my on your right, your left, and the Major V. So we're just going to run through the differences between the two. All right, so basically, you know, it's quite a few upgrades coming in now from Mazzer's V version. The hopper's a little bit bigger at 300 grams bigger. The motors are both the same at 650 kilowatts. So you're looking at a medium to high volume cafe, so anything more than 20, 25 kilos. I think the Major is probably the grinder you should be using. They've both got 83 millimeter flat burrs. So there's three features I really love about the Major V upgrade from the Major E. Probably the first noticeable one is it's got 3 settings instead of the 2 programs, so it's got a third program here. And I really love the ladle. The ladle, the portafilter just sits in there perfectly. So much better than the previous model. And third and finally, but not lastly, is whenever you do maintenance on the grinder, you know, cleaning blades or giving it a general clean, typically you'd have to unwind this collar, and then you would take off the collar and clean the burrs, and then you put that collar back on, and you're messing around a little bit trying to get the grind back to what it was before you started the cleaning process. With the Major V, all you basically do is take off the hopper, and there's 4 little Allen keys in here that you can undo. This completely comes off, give it your clean, put that back on, Allen keys tighten, and then you haven't lost your grind setting. So we're just unwinding the hopper here at the back like you'd normally do. And then basically, these 4 little caps come off, Allen key, and this comes off completely, rather than the old technology of unwinding and then trying to get the grinder back to where it previously was. So what I want to do is I want to just compare out front here, and I'm going to put a couple of shots on, but I want to also show you the screen of the Major V. You know, there's a lot of options now that we don't have previously on this E model. Was just a matter of making, you know, the grind time higher or lower. With this, we've got languages. We've got 19 different languages we can put this on. And, you know, let's go around and check it out. So in the previous model, the Major E, to track how many times you pressed any of these buttons, we basically just had a standard counter. The new model that I'm going to show you in a sec has so many more features that you're going to love. So yeah, anyone that has a Major or Mazzer in general that's an E, pretty much they'd know how to adjust the grind time, you know, holding it down and then adding seconds or taking away seconds, holding it down until it starts flashing again, and they're ready to go. So I think that's important that people realise that, you know, with this new technology, if you've got a cafe and you're you know, working it from a distance, you can monitor so much more information with the new Major V. Yeah, so what we've got now, as I said before, we've got 3 buttons instead of the 2 on the Major E. We've still got the manual squirt button, I call it the manual squirt button. And we've got the times display that's not on the previous model. But more interestingly is the grind settings is other information that we can see. So language, date, everything, clock, display. It's so much more easier to use. We've got the 19 different languages. So we've got clock, information, yeah, dose counter, daily stats, alerts. All right, let's go to service. Let's go to password. Password will be 000. All right, which is the standard factory set password. Burrs management, activate alerts, reset counter. So we can do quite a few things here. Change burrs, change alerts. So very, very, very easy to use. The best thing about this new grinder is it's going to be compatible with, if you can get in, I'll get a tight deck on that, get it outside and I'll show you this app that Mazzer have come up with. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. All right, so the Mazzer app, it's not ready as yet, but you will be able to track your grinders in multiple locations and see how many shots they're doing, when they're due for service, maintenance. It's a great, great feature that's not up and running as yet, but should be in not so distant future. Yeah, so if you're a franchisee, you know, multiple stores, multiple outlets, you can see what they're doing, how many shots they've put on, and it's a great little feature that's going to come your way. All right, so what we do is we go to My Grinders, okay, and we're going to add a grinder. So you do that by start scanning. So eventually this will be ready, and then it's a matter of just scanning the barcode on your grinder. And then that grinder will be set in your app and you'll be able to track it. And you'll be able to get all the data from this display. I really love probably, you know, being a barista is this ladle. It just the way it just locks in and just so much nicer. So if I press the 2, I can also pause it and it stops at the time that I paused it and I can recommence. So that's a really nifty feature as well. All right, so we've got the menu, grind settings, nice and easy. Dosing time, second dose time. All right, so we're going to go down to there. All right, 6.36. I'm happy with that. Set, done. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my quick comparison of the Major E and the Major V. The only downside about the Major V is it is $500 more expensive than the Major E. But you know, considering these are superseded now, so you won't be able to get these soon. So get your stock while they last at apache.com.au, or come down to any of our showrooms. We've got a showroom in Perth, Brisbane, Brunswick, and Sydney. See you soon.